In the middle of the 13th century, Pope Innocent IV, 1243 to 1254, and other strategists of Western Christendom were concerned about both the Muslim occupation of the Holy Land and the memory of Europe's recent, 1230s, providential escape from being ravaged by the fearsome Mongol war juggernaut. Thus, for strategic reasons of realpolitik, the Vatican wished to make contact with the Mongol rulers in order to avoid future hostilities and to explore forming an alliance which could oust the Islamic defilers of Jerusalem and the Holy Land. There was, of course, an authentic religious motivation at work. Two new missionary-minded orders, the Dominicans and the Franciscans, had been recently established. Why not send missionaries from among these zealous priests to try to convert the Mongols to Christianity, in addition to the politico-strategic purpose? Accordingly, as the Pax Mongolica provided sufficient security on the route connecting the Mediterranean basin to the Mongol dominions, between 1245 and 1253, Innocent IV commissioned two different Franciscan-led diplomatic religious missions to the Mongols. Those missionaries eventually arrived in Karakorum, the Mongol capital, before it was moved to today's Beijing. But these first European missionaries returned without accomplishing any of the goals. In 1271, Kublai Khan destroyed the last Song dynasty resistance and set up a new dynasty, the Yuan, ruling all of China, and made Khanbalik, today's Beijing, the new capital of Mongol China. Marco Polo and his father and uncle, Niccolo and Maffeo Polo, were representatives of the presence of a handful of Italian traders and Roman Christians in Yuan, China. Then, in 1293, Friar Giovanni de Montecorvino carried the first papal envoy since the 1250s to Khanbalik. He was on the road accompanied by an Italian merchant, Pietro de Lucalongo, who a few years later bought a piece of land for him in the capital on which to build a church. Italians in other cities assisted the small number of Catholic missionaries in various ways. By about 1305, Montecorvino claimed as many as 6,000 baptisms. One group was from the Nestorian Ongut tribe, whose chief, called Prince George by the missionaries, was converted with many of his fellow tribesmen. Several thousand Armenian Christians and Byzantine Alans in the capital city also came into the Catholic fold. Because of his hard work, perseverance, and dedication, Montecorvino was consecrated Archbishop of Khanbalik in 1313 by newly arrived priests bringing instructions from the Holy See. Nestorian Christianity now lost its monopoly. Tension and conflict between Catholics and Nestorians were frequent in the early 14th century. For example, Montecorvino was even threatened by the Nestorians because of his evangelical success in the Yuan capital.